Good morning, friend. Happy New Year. Welcome to a new episode of the Erin Show, the first in the new year. And I've decided to do something a little bit different. I am theming this week Rice and Beans Week. So today we're going to be talking about rice. And Thursday on the Dinner Made Easy show, we're going to be talking about beans. I also have put together a number of resources for you on the $5 Dinners blog. If you type the word beans, like BEANS, into the comments, I'll message you the two links that we have up on the blog. The first is a bunch of rice and beans style recipes to help you fight the food inflation that we're seeing right now, going vegetarian or more vegetarian type meals where you're having to spend a little bit less on meat because that's really expensive. Although more breaking news on that probably later this week, hopefully. Um, the second link is just inflation fighting budget friendly recipes. It's a mix of different types of recipes. Both of those are on the blog. So if you type the word beans, BEANS, into the comments, I'll message you those two links. And also here on the video, before we get started, sorry about all this intro admin. I have the Instant Pot sticky rice, which we're going to get into here in just a second. So I'm going to teach you how to do that and breakdown of the different ways to cook brown rice and white rice in the Instant Pot so you get the perfect side dish to go along with whatever or base of a dish that you're going to use for your meals. I love rice and beans because they are so budget friendly. I can still do all the $5 dinners using rice and beans because they're still that affordable. We are seeing meat prices going up. I've seen beef go up as much as 25%, which is insane. So obviously we're cutting back a little bit on the beef and ground beef style recipes that we cook here on the regular. Still doing them, just not as frequently. Chicken's gone up between 6 and 10% depending on where you live. So we're doing what we can to help you fight this and help you navigate this inflation. We haven't seen food inflation like this since $5 dinners started. We started 13 plus years ago at the beginning of the 2008 recession, but we did not see the same food inflation then that we are seeing now. So this is a little bit of a different climate. However, all the same strategies that we've been sharing and teaching and using over the last 13 years still apply today. We just kind of have to double down on it right now to help fight the pinch that we're feeling at the store. So Instant Pot sticky rice and brown rice. So we're going to start with brown rice because that's what I have on hand. I totally used up all my white rice last night for our dinner, and I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I have no rice, but I have brown rice, so we're good to go there. So I'm going to show you with the brown rice, and then I'll explain with the white rice how this works. Here's why I love cooking rice in the Instant Pot. It's super hands off, as you're about to see. It's way faster than if you were to cook this on the stove, or even I've done brown rice. You can bake brown rice in the oven in a tightly sealed baking dish. That still takes longer. So the brown rice, it just doesn't take quite as long. So here's how this works. With brown rice, I prefer to rinse the kernels because I don't like that extra starchy taste. I started doing that to make Instant Pot sticky rice, which I'll explain that in a second, but I've also started doing it for the brown rice because I like the texture and consistency after it's cooked. You don't have to rinse the brown rice, but I recommend it. So what you're going to want to do is measure. I'm just going to show you with 1 cup. So we're going to measure, and then we're going to rinse it in a mesh strainer. I don't think you could get away with doing this in like a pasta style strainer that has the different size holes, because like this one, I would not use this. If you have a mesh strainer like this, or sorry, they're right here, or even something like this, I would use a mesh strainer because the rice kernels can be small and you don't want them to fall through, if you will. So I usually do 2 cups of rice for our family, but I'm just going to do 1 for the sake of demonstration. So I'm going to measure that into the strainer and rinse it off. So bear with me for a second while I rinse this. You're going to just use cold water. You're going to rinse all the kernels. I usually give it a little swirl just with my hand, my fingers. You want the water to run clear underneath after. It takes less than a minute to do this. Rinsing off the starch just gives it a better consistency after it has cooked. Okay, so let me just dap this dry. I'm actually going to bring this towel with me so I don't drip everywhere. I don't usually do it. I don't usually need a towel when I'm doing this on my own, but because we're live streaming over here on the side. Okay, so I'm going to then add the rice outside of the base to the Instant Pot insert over here. I do that to keep from getting a mess down in here. Okay, so with brown rice, I usually add the same amount of liquid plus a smidge more. So with this 1 cup, actually I'm going to switch measuring cups. With the 1 cup of brown rice that I've just added, I'm going to probably add maybe 1 1/4 cup of water. Any liquid will do. Water, chicken broth, vegetable broth, beef broth, however you want to flavor it. I usually do just plain water for a side dish. So I'm just going to pour that in. You don't need, it's a different water to rice ratio than if you were cooking this like on the stovetop or, even baking it. So it's 1 cup of rice to 1 cup plus a smidge, maybe 1/4 cup, 1 1/4 cup. So once that's ready, I'm going to add that here. So from here, you could add seasonings now if you would like. So you could add salt, pepper, garlic. I'm just going to add a pinch of salt, onion, let's see, a pat of butter, a little bit of olive oil, however you want to. If you wanted to add a little flavor and fatty to your rice, you could do that now, or you could mix it in after it has cooked. So brown rice is 15 minutes. So I'm going to put the lid on and push the valve back to where it says sealing. And then manual, I just actually did this on Amazon Live, so this is already set, but I would adjust it using the plus and minus to 15, 16 minutes, somewhere in there. Each device is a little different. If you have a different brand or a different size, you might need to adjust it 1 or 2 minutes, but 15 to 16 minutes is going to be safe right there. We're going to let that turn on, and then I am going to let that cooking cycle run. It'll take a couple minutes to come to pressure, and then we will let it run the cooking cycle, and then I'll probably let it sit for maybe 5 minutes or so afterwards, just to let it finish steaming through, and then you can release the pressure, and you've got, here we go, I just cooked this, beautiful brown rice ready to go, whether you're using it for a side dish or pilaf. It's just faster. So cooking this on the stovetop is going to take 45, 55 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes altogether. This is ready to go and completely hands off, as you can see, super easy to do. Now, if you were going to do white rice, if you wanted to do like a fake out, takeout style white rice, you would do exactly the same thing. The first thing with sticky rice is you need to use the jasmine grain. That's just a little bit longer of a grain. You're going to get that, I don't know exactly how you would get it from the little white box from your favorite Asian place around the corner. The jasmine rice, and you need to rinse all the starch off. What keeps it from being sticky as you cook it, if you were just to cook it in the stovetop without rinsing it, is the starch. But if you want the sticky rice, you need to rinse the kernels, the white jasmine kernels, really well until the water runs clear underneath of your strainer. Okay, it's going to be very milky in color. You'll see when you try it. So measure it into your strainer, rinse it really well, get that milky color to turn into just regular water color. Once it's regular water coming out clear underneath, then you know it's ready to go into the Instant Pot. Same thing. 1 cup of the the jasmine rinsed off kernels, 1 cup of water. I usually add a little tiny bit more water to brown rice, but jasmine rice or long grain or medium grain white rice, you could just do 1 cup to 1 cup. Turn the white rice is going to be 6 to 7 minutes. So it's a shorter cooking cycle, same manual, same high pressure, just a little bit shorter. So brown rice is 15 to 16 minutes. White rice is going to be 6 to 7 minutes. And again, for that sticky fake out takeout, definitely rinse off that rice to remove all that starchiness so that it gets that sticky consistency. If you just wanted to make just white rice for a side dish, you didn't want it to be a sticky rice, then you don't need to rinse it. You would just do the same 1 cup of rice to 1 cup of liquid, plus seasonings or broth or whatever, however you want to flavor it. Cook it for 6 to 7 minutes. You don't have to rinse it. Rinsing it is going to give you that the sticky factor. So the sticky Instant Pot sticky rice is here on the link is here on the video. If you want the rice and beans recipe, we've pulled together 2 inflation-proof, budget-friendly recipe lists. One is all rice and beans. The other one is a mixture of rice and beans, vegetarian, and a couple other meats. We've pulled those together for you to help you in this season, this challenging season where we go to the grocery store and we're like, what just happened? Why did the beef just go up by 25%? I know, I'm feeling it too. So we need to just double down and pay extra attention. And that's why I pulled together all these resources for you. They're all at the top of our blog. If you type the word beans, BEANS, like rice and beans, into the comments, I will message you the best 2 places to start. Of course, there are all kinds of other resources and recipes in our recipe index on our blog, but these are the 2 that I wanted to share and mention for you today as we kick off the new year, as we're mindful, as we're checking our bank statements after the holidays, as we're making financial goals for this year. Like all of that's happening right now. It's happening at our house. It's probably happening at your house. If it's not happening at your house, it should be happening at your house. So I just wanted to pull all these together for you and share them with you to help you, inspire you, give you ideas, encourage you that you're not alone in this fight against food inflation. It is literally everybody. If you're frustrated, you're not the only one. I am too. But we can work together to fight against it. And that's what I want to help you do in this season. So rice today, beans on Thursday. Next week, we're going to do a 5-ingredient deal, all based on chicken, because chicken is the meat price that has been the least affected by recent price inflation. So we'll talk more about that next week, actually the next 2 weeks. And so we have lots of options for you to help you spend less money on groceries, even though the prices are going up. It's so sad. Oh my gosh. Okay. So with that, this is about to kick on. I can hear it sizzling. We're going to let this cook it out. Check out these recipes that we have for you on the $5 Dinners blog. Again, it's beans, BEANS, into the comments, and I will send you in Messenger the 2 places that are the best to get started right now that we have pulled together for you over on the $5 Dinners blog. All right, my friend, I got you. I'm here to help. We're all in this together, and I want to help you navigate this as best that I can. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. I will see you on Thursday for the Dinner Made Easy show, Thursday afternoon sometime, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you then.